Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Navel and welcome to this course, and it's our sass course. So I know you found this video because you're wondering what sass is and how you get started with sass. So in this video I'm just going to show you guys how to get started with sass. So the first thing we're going to discuss, guys, I just listed them in my PowerPoint, so we're just going to discuss of what is sass software to be used, to be installed and used, modules needed, and how and where to use the modules, in install, linking your compiled or rendered sass file in HTML page. So guys, I know you're wondering what sass is, but sass is an abbreviation of syntactically awesome style sheet, and it's used worldwide because it's most stable and mature, well-graded CSS extension language in the whole world. And the reason why we use CSS is because it's compatible to all CSS versions, which are CSS and the CSS3. That's what I know, and has more features and ability than other CSS extensions, handle endless number of frameworks built within each example, like compass. So, and also finally, it's easy to arrange, format and access your codes. And topics that you're going to learn in these sass, they are processing, variables, nesting, partials, imports, mixing, inheritance, and operators. So in this video, guys, I'm just going to show you how you get started with sass, how you install the modules, how you make it be compiled and rendered to a CSS file so that you can link it to your HTML page. So the first thing you should have is you should have a text editor. I mean, either Visual Studio Code, Notepad++, Atom, Sublime, Brackets, name them. Then I prefer using Visual Studio Code because it has terminal integrated in it. So I don't know if the others have, but I'm sure they have. But you can use Visual Studio Code for convenience. So let me just get started by here's the link, and you'll find the link in my video's description to download Visual Studio Code in your desktop. So the next thing, after installing your Visual Studio Code, as you can see, I'm just going to delete these files here so that we can start. I'm going to delete that. Okay, and then finally I'm going to delete that. So we're just going to get started. So if you got some Visual Studio Code, you'll just press a key, Control plus what you see on the screen. The first thing, I'm just going to locate where my project is, so just give me a couple minutes. Just add this. And I'll delete this. So the next thing is you run the npm init. So you should run these while you're sure you've allocated where your project is in your terminal. So just press enter and it will give you app name. You can change it, and as for me, I'll say no because I already have the package.json inside my file. So the next thing we're going to do is to install node-sass. As you can see here, node-sass. And by doing this, we're going to type in node, and not node, npm I node-sass. Since I've already installed it, so there's no need for me to install it. After you press enter, it will install, and you'll see you'll see a folder known as node module, and also when you check your package.json, you'll see dependencies and node-sass is included within it. The other thing we're going to install is node-sass, because I don't want to be refreshing my page every time, so it will be doing that for me. So I'll just install light npm install light server. So we'll just wait for it to install, or I'll just pause the video so that it cannot take much time. So as you can see here, our node server is a light server is installed, and it's including our dependencies. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to split my command, my terminal. So okay, to those that doesn't have these integrated in the terminal, you can just open your your terminal, and you locate where your project is. So as you can see, we've located where your project is stored. So the next thing is just write the commands that we used in our Visual Studio Code terminal, and all the steps are the same. The thing is, we're just using the terminal inside the Visual Studio Code, which is also similar to these that command from the terminal that you're using. So I'll just proceed with these terminal. So the next thing, guys, we're just going to do is we're going to write here a script for the both dependencies, which are the light server and node-sass. So we start with the sass, and sass script is simple. You just do this, just write the sass, and the other thing, I'm just going to include this code here, node-sass. Then what we're going to watch is css. Okay, sorry, okay, just a minute. SCSS, watch, then the output is CSS. So the thing is, it's going to watch sass folder that we're going to create, then it will render the sass file and create a folder known as CSS, and also create a file similar to the file that we rendered in our SCSS file, so the SCSS folder. So the thing is, I'm just going to close this node module folder and create a new folder here. Okay, pardon guys, just a minute, not there, here. I'm just going to create a folder here, and I call it sass. So to verify that everything will run as we want. No, just a minute, guys. So we'll just do this. I'm just going to create a new file and name it like app.scss and save it. Then the next thing, I'm just going to write a code here, which is a CSS code. I'm just going to do this like that, and just write a simple code like margin 0 pixel, and I'll not save the file. I'll just save my JSON file since I haven't saved it, and I'll come to my terminal and clear my terminal and run this code inside the script. So I'll just type in npm run the name that we gave it, so run sass. So as you can see here, it's right in this code that we've written here. So the thing is, when we save our file here, it will render our file to a CSS folder. And as you can see, we didn't create any CSS folder, so here we have a CSS folder that it has been rendered by our terminal. And as you can see, our file inside our SCSS is app.css, and when it's rendered, it will be app.css. So when we check inside our app.css, we find our file here. So the next thing is, we just link the thing will not link our SCSS file, but will link our CSS file. So we'll just do this. I'll just locate where my CSS file is and link it with my page, and any changes that I do, it will be reflected here and be saved to our upload CSS. So the next thing, we're just going to go to our package.json. Since we don't want our browser to refresh our browser like every time we just go through, we've installed a light server to serve this purpose. So the thing, I'm just going to say server, and I'll write a code here. It's just the name of the light server, and we're good. We just do this, and the next thing, I'm just going to clear this here and run. It's the same code that we did in node-sass. So npm run, we've called it server, and it will open our deep. Okay, the problem was I did not locate where my folder, my project was stored. So I've done that, and as you can see, when you run npm run this server here, it will be similar to this. So it will just open our default browser and open it will give it a URL known as localhost. And as you can see, our browser has been opened with a URL known as localhost 300, and this is given by this here. So what light server does, it watches any changes made in CSS file, HTML file, or JavaScript file, then it will just refresh our page automatically. So when I do this, when I just come here and inside this, I do div and classes. When I save it, when we come here, you'll find that it has refreshed our page automatically, and data that we've included in our page here, it's being displayed. So the next thing is just confirm if my CSS file is working as needed. So I'll just write container, then do these. I write background silver. When I say yeah, so it's saved and rendered. So when I come and confirm my CSS, it's good. And when I come here, you see the changes that we made in our CSS file. Our CSS has been rendered to CSS, and our page has refreshed automatically here. So all is done. So we've done everything to get started with sass. So the next video, guys, I'll start by talking all the topics that I've showed you in my PowerPoint presentation. So here the topics that we're going to discuss are here, and also we're going to do deep sass in future. So guys, just stay tuned and subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to like and comment if you have any questions. And also guys, just join my channel here. You'll find the link. You just click on the link here. As you can see, it's a new channel, so I just started like yesterday. So I'll just share this link so that you guys can join.